Alright guys, welcome back to another 5 Metas Every Pro Should Know video. This is episode number 37, and today we're talking about Kazakhstan. I went over Kazakhstan slightly with the bus stop meta, I think that I gave out very early on in this series, but we're covering Kazakhstan in full today, and we got a lot of good metas, so going to be covering some coverage metas, some things like lamp metas or distinct roads as well. So, a lot of stuff in store for you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoy the video. I'll see you guys at the end. Alright guys, the first thing that we're going to be talking about is probably the most niche meta that you'll get in Kazakhstan. You'll probably get this location like one every 100,000 rounds or something like that. But the only May coverage, actually, in Kazakhstan is in the Alataou Exclave. I probably pronounced that wrong, but it's pretty much this exclave east of Almaty here. Whereas Almaty is mostly winter coverage, you will get some May coverage here, and you know it is quite distinct because pretty much one of the only places that you're going to get a huge mountain range in Kazakhstan is in the south, and yeah, you don't really get May coverage down there, do ya? So big mountain range, you can always pretty much see the mountains from anywhere in this little exclave thing here. And yeah, it's a very niche meta, but something that is very valuable because it does come up every once in a while. So if you know it, and you can just easily 5k. All right, next meta for you guys is a couple of lamp metas. So we'll start with the Uralsk one. The Uralsk lamps here are actually going to be double-barreled or triple-barreled even. It's kind of just this weird, like, ladder lamp shape. I've never seen this in any other country, but it's really cool. And you can get it, like, at most, I wouldn't say major intersections, but, like, yeah, most intersections will have this this ladder lamp design, which is something interesting. Here's a twofer, which is so interesting, and I've never seen it before, and it's a good indication that, you know, slam Uralsk on this one. But, yeah, very cool design. Next, we'll move over to Kolsari, and Kolsari, this city here just east of Atayrau, is going to have some very interesting lamps as well because they're going to have the blue photocell visible at the top of the lamp, and pretty much one of the only cities, well, actually, the only city to my knowledge that does have this blue photocell at the top of the lamps. So if you see one of these, I guess this one looks more black. I don't know, it's hard to tell the color. But just an absolutely big photocell to such a small lamp, you know you're in Kolsari, in Kazakhstan. And then in Turkestan, in the lamps here, Turkestan here, of course, between Shymkent and Kizilorda, yeah, you will get like this double, like very thin white double lamp here. But yeah, just a very skinny lamp in general, but you'll get that double horizontal white place where the light bulbs are, essentially. And yeah, that's a Turkestan lamp for you. All right, the next thing that we're going to do in Kazakhstan is now talk about very distinct and important roads. So we'll start off with the M36 Karaganda to Almaty. I'm sure everyone, or a lot of you, probably do know this one. And it's going to be pretty much winter coverage. And we just, a lot of it is under construction, so not necessarily here, but as you move further down Balkash area, you'll see like this road going the opposite way is under construction. We're driving south. But yeah, just a very small road. I guess a very small 2-lane road. But yeah, the other portion of it is clearly in construction. To our east here, you can see it pretty well here as well. But yeah, a lot of the roads are under construction here. And yeah, it's a very distinct road for that reason because it is winter coverage, super barren, and you know, you'll see another road in progress being created. All right, the next road that we're going to be talking about is the E38, which is the Kizilorda to Shymkent road, which goes southeast to northwest. And it's pretty much made out of asphalt, but it's going to have all white lines. So some divided highways are going to have like yellow outer lines. We'll see that later on with the roads, but this one's going to have all white lines. We're going through a very like sandy, deserty looking landscape. And we're pretty much always going to be going pretty much southeast to northwest. And it is an asphalt road as well. And, you know, all these dry, sandy shrubs are pretty clear as well on this road. So yeah, just going down the road here, you'll pretty much see all white lines made of asphalt, and it does vary as you get southeast of Turkestan. It turns a bit more green, but you can still kind of see that sandiness to most of the surroundings. All right, next we'll move on to the M36, which is Astana, Karaganda. And this is a divided highway with yellow outer lines. So you'll see the yellow outer lines on both sides. As I previously mentioned, there are highways with that. And you're pretty much going southeast to northwest once again. And you can drive both ways, but this one is more of a, I would say this is concrete road. I mean, it is a concrete road. I don't know why I'm saying it I should say. But yeah, we do have a concrete road here, outer yellow lines, and pretty distinct divided highway. The M36 is probably the most distinct. Next, we'll move on to the P4 to A17 from Astana to Pavlodar. This is going east to west, and it's going through like a hilly steppe kind of landscape, and doesn't have as much vegetation as you can see here. Kind of similar to this road here, but I mean, once you play enough Kazakhstan, I guess you kind of know the difference. We do have outer road lines as well. This obviously differs from this one just because of the landscape. You get a lot of hills going through the hills here. Very red road as well. Zigzag would love that one. And then, as you move in here, you get some more asphalt. But yeah, pretty much you can see how the landscapes differ. But it's pretty much going to be going east-west the entire time. So differs from other roads that we've seen, like this one. Well, this one has all white lines. This one. And yeah, another distinct road to learn. Next one, we'll be talking about the A3 from a city that I'm not going to try to pronounce, to Druzhba. And we can see that it's very unique hilly landscape. It's very hilly to our south here at the beginning stretch of the road. And it's just dead vegetation all around, pretty much showing no trees. Look at these trees. They're all pretty much gone. This is in April, by the way. So, yeah. But anyway, dead vegetation, but also very hilly at the same time. You'll pretty much see small mountains throughout. And then as you get further down towards the China border here, you will get like a much bigger hills, plus you see a little lake there. And, just dryness and deadness. So definitely take a look at that one. Next, the A26 from Kandiagash to the E38 here. So this one is very bad road quality throughout. So you will get some completely unpaved sections more towards the northwest here. And then it'll turn into a very poor paved road. No road lines. It's a very flat, semi-arid, just grassy plains here. And as you move through it, look, it switches back into unpaved. And then, you keep going and it turns back into, I wouldn't say this is paved, but we do have some gravel underneath and paved once again. So very poor road quality, and we're pretty much just driving through flat landscape all throughout. And it's not it's very clearly not a major road. So it's definitely a very recognizable road, I would say, in Kazakhstan. All right, next one we're talking about is the A1, Astana to Chuchinsk. And this one is a 6-lane divided highway. So you'll see 3 lanes on this side, 3 lanes on the other, of course, and with yellow lines on both sides. The landscape around is generally quite green. If you take a look here, we do have a lot of greenness and a lot of trees around, and pretty much grassy plains. And you get some slight hills, of course, as well, but another recognizable road nonetheless. All right, next, we'll be talking about the A17, west of Karaganda. This one, like the Kandiagash to E38 road, is very much so quite bad pavement quality. As you are west of Atasu, it's a bit better, but then as you move to east of Atasu, it's a bit better. But as you move to the west, you'll have sometimes a good distinction for this road is you will see this white line through the middle, pretty much either dashed or solid. Like here it's dashed, here it's solid, but the road quality is very bad. There's no outer lines, and the landscape is pretty much fall-colored trees, if you can see trees, but yeah, you can tell it's in the dead set of autumn with this one, or getting into autumn because we're in August here, but yeah, you can see a lot on these trees. They're about to turn yellow, and you can see the white line in the middle of the road, so another distinct road there. Next, we'll talk about the north of Satpayev Road here. So this is pretty like limited coverage, right? Because it stops here, and then for some reason it picks back up here. But yeah, this road is also distinct because it's very dry, very desolate, with hardly any vegetation. The soil can look red or orange at times, and you know, you will see a lot of clouds in the sky. Maybe not on this one, but a lot of cumulus clouds. Here's a great view of it. Just a lot of just random one floating clouds because you can see so far, because it is so flat. But you do get some red soil sometimes. You get the occasional hill or two, but you get a lot of cumulus clouds floating out throughout this road. This is like a pretty cool looking photo here. All right, next we'll be talking about the R217 to the R260 south of Atbasar here. This one, not in the best condition as well. There's a lot of cracks in the road and stuff like that. But another key factor is that the weather is quite overcast. You do get some hills every once in a while, but you do get just huge potholes, very big cracks. Here's actually a pretty good stretch of road, but it is still overcast here. But as you move to the other side, the 217, it is in much better condition, and you can see like faded dashed white middle lines here in a lot of these here. Looks like they were just painted on or something, or they're fading away. But yeah, you can see those white dashes, and the further east you go on this road, basically, the less cloud coverage you'll get. You still get some cloud coverage, but like not as much here as you do here, rather. So yeah, another distinct road. All right, one of the roads that I didn't talk about, but this is going to be meta number 4 because I think this is such a distinct road that it's very hard to miss, is this sandy desert road near the Turkmenistan border. So, I mean, it kind of looks like Oman, doesn't it, in a way? So now that Oman's in the game, I guess it is a bit harder to distinguish between the two. You will get this wire, though. I don't think you really get this wire in Oman, in the back left of the bed of the truck, but yeah, very sandy, very distinct. You get a lot of these little bushes throughout, and it is pretty much unpaved throughout the entire thing. So probably one of the more distinct roads in the game, and I would encourage you to take a look at it. Very niche meta, but if it comes up every once in a while, like look how far this is out from like Ibn Kizilorda here. Like if you know this road and it comes up, you can get a very good guess if your opponent doesn't know it, and you can potentially win the game. All right, the last meta that we're going to be talking about is the yellow gas boxes, and these are found in the cities of Shymkent, Turkestan, and Tald-e-Gordon. And by yellow gas boxes, I just mean these. They're attached to pipes usually, and they're usually sitting right outside the house. And yeah, you can get these yellow gas boxes throughout. I guess that one wasn't really yellow, but it was attached to some wiring here. Yeah, very cool. It's just the pipe goes in, and it's circulating throughout the house. But yeah, you can see these yellow gas boxes in Turkestan, Shymkent, and this city here in Tald-e-Gordon, where here's a big yellow gas box. But yeah, you'll pretty much only get those in these 3 cities. So if you see them, I would send one of those 3. And it's a very, reasonable urban meta to learn as well. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up another 5 metas every pro should know video. The Kazakhstan edition today. Hopefully you guys learned a little bit of something, and definitely get your Kazakhstan practice in because it's such a big country with limited coverage that it is quite valuable to learn. This is coming from a guy that doesn't really know Kazakhstan personally, but this research helped me learn a little bit more about Kazakhstan, I will say. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next Sunday for another 5 metas every pro should know video. Peace.